Hey, Nathan, I just came from the restroom, and boy, there was a whole other kind of flood, if you know what I mean. I'll just kill myself real quick here. I'd see where it went. Alright, well, you know what? If I can't even accomplish that, I don't have a lot of faith in Operation...
You need health after that?
No, honestly, it only damaged my shield a little bit.
Okay, then.
Yeah, it was a failure all around.
Wait, did you already clear these guys?
No, I didn't do shit.
Huh, that's odd.
I think it checkpointed the door opening.
Possibly.
I've been listening to this guy chuckle and hum to himself going, "Ah, I am a genius," for like 5 minutes, by the way. Thanks for running off.
Sorry.
I don't even know where you went. I don't know how many times you can realize you're a genius, but that guy, for a genius, he sure keeps realizing the fucking news. I was murdered by the flood. That's what I get for sassing the ball in the sky.
You sassed the moon?
Yes. And the moon didn't do shit, but I sassed fucking Rusty 323 or whatever. Whatever his name is. Genius McStoobles over there. Probably not his name. Unimportant. Sassed him, and all of a sudden I'm swarmed by zombies and flood and whatnot. And we keep saying zombies. I know they're still the flood, strictly speaking, but
They're basically zombies.
It's easier to differentiate as the tiny ones being the flood and the big ones being zombies. Frag out. Plasma out. Oh good, we got sentinels as well.
So we do.
I appreciate the sentinels providing support.
Yeah, especially with what we're dealing with.
Well, quite, yes. Really, I kind of wish we'd brought, all of our Marines here. Their, picky, choosy ball that hangs out in the sky and judges us. Sticky out.
Oh, so there was. So you did decide to grab a shotgun after all, I see.
Well, yeah, when it respawned us, I had it. I did a whole... Remember, there's, like, so many shotguns around, I just ditched my Magnum for it.
Yeah.
Might as well grab it. Up to the store.
Why?
He has to run off and open it to bypass security protocols and such. I'm gonna perch myself up here so that I can't get, back spawned.
Okay.
Up, they're coming in. The red dots on the map grow more plentiful.
Man, I really wish we had like a minigun or something for these things.
There's actually a hole in the door that some of them can crawl through behind you.
Oh, great. Oh, well, it's open now.
A minigun, a flamethrower? That would be a good choice.
Yeah, that too. Something that can just kind of like sweep across them. Really
Yeah. I take it we follow the arrows there? Yeah. Do we really need the ball in the sky if we can just follow the arrows?
I mean, he is the one that's opening the doors for us and shit.
Yeah, but he's so judgy and annoying. Oh, I see you've brought inferior weapons. That's weird. Why would you do such a thing?
Oh, what's down here, I wonder?
Yeah, good question. Ah!
Oh, God.
Ow!
Sorry.
I was murdered by my best friend, who then just shoved his ass into the camera. I then came back. At least my shotty's still here. Well, it's a bit lighter, if you catch my meaning.
Sorry. Wasn't intentional.
Uh-huh.
What the hell is down here? We completely abandoned our ball bastard.
Frankly, good. I think we're circumnavigating part of the level. Hey, how are you? Whoa!
I can't really do much because that's a thin hallway.
I mean, yeah. You can frag out past my head.
Yeah.
Plasma out.
I wouldn't want to throw a plasma past your head because I...
Just in case, yeah. Oh good, the Flood are gonna alter our atmosphere as well?
What can't they do?
I mean, really. He was like, oh, your environment suit will serve you well when the Flood alter your atmosphere. That's good planning.
Inadvertent, but I suppose it works out.
Well, again, this feels very Half-Life as well, because you got head crab-like things, you got the former enemies and whatnot being the zombies. There's your head crab zombies. And he even pointed out you're in an E-suit, so we're in like a science facility, so this is a very Half-Life level.
Yeah, I getcha.
Which there's nothing wrong with. I like Half-Life, you know.
Same.
If you're going to take inspiration from something, it might as well be from good things.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, all those,
Ow, something blew me up.
Yep. I'm not doing so hot myself. Damn back spawners. Well, that probably helped quite a bit. Jesus, what the hell's happening?
It sounds like something similar to what blew me up.
Yeah, it's like...
Somebody's got some sort of explosive.
I think it's this guy. What do you have? It's just a plasma gun.
Weird.
What was I on about?
Maybe.
Half-Life. Yeah, it's like the problem with, you know, the fucking little Big Planet cart and Garfield cart and even the Sonic goddamn racing game. It's like, I don't think cart-wise you're gonna do much better than Mario Kart.
Yeah.
They're, you know, Crash Team Racing had some good karting mechanics, but, you know, they bungled that with microtransactions.
Yeah, that, and I'm not a fan of what they did with the remake with the whole drifting system thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're gonna fucking make a knockoff kart game, just copy Mario Kart. Mechanically speaking, obviously you can't use Mario, but mechanically just make Mario Kart. Because Mario Kart's good, and if you just make Mario Kart, people will play your game because it's just more of the same, but with different characters.
Yeah. I mean, maybe add a little bit of stuff to mix it up so it's not like
Well, yeah,
completely
once...
clone.
No. Once the mechanics are there, get creative with, like, the tracks. You know?
Yeah.
Whoa, that guy's got a
Whoa.
rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Found our
Get
culprit, perhaps.
Yeah, get creative with the tracks. Like, I like what that Sonic racing game did where you, like, transform.
Yeah, that's a great mechanic. I mean, you obviously can't drift in an airplane. That's a bit silly.
Yeah.
But, you know, the boats and the cars, they should still have drifting mechanics. Just, you know, and that's the thing. It's almost Mario Kart, which I think that's the worst you can do, because if it's nearly Mario Kart but not quite there, I'm going to just get confused in my head as to why this isn't quite Mario Kart and I'm doing the wrong shit.
I don't know if I want that or not.
What'd you pick? What is it?
The grenade, the rocket launcher.
Well, your call. I'm personally not going to take it. That said, if they're giving you a grenade launcher, there might be a reason for it.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll hold on to that in the shotgun. I got plenty of ammo for this thing at this point, so.
If it's like, you know, a Need for Speed game, it's very clearly not Mario Kart, so I don't get
Yeah,
confused
like-
by it.
There's definitely, like, different types of racing games. There's your kart racers, and then there's your realistic racers.
Yep.
And then some games try to, like, cross the line between the two.
Looking at you, Driver San Francisco. That was the one where the protagonist is in a coma and you can, like, jump between any car on the street.
I see. Yeah, I remember there was a Vin Diesel game that was like that. I think it was called, like, Wheelman.
Maybe. The only Vin Diesel game I'm really familiar with is the Chronicles of Riddick games.
I played the game on the PS3. I mean, it was fun for what it was, but it was sort of just like a GTA knockoff.
Yeah.
Its main claim to fame was that whole, like, jumping between the vehicles and shit.
Yeah, that was Driver, but it clearly wasn't a GTA knockoff because you couldn't get out of the car, so all the missions were driving based.
Ah.
Frag out, watch it. But it was shit like, you know, some of the side missions were, take over this teenage kid so that you make his driving instructor pee his pants.
Like,
Just
you mind controlled him? Or?
No, the idea was you swap into the body of whoever's driving. So you hopped into the driver's seat of a guy doing a driver's test, and then you drove so erratically and recklessly that the driving instructor got scared and peed his pants.
But why, though?
Because it was funny. That's literally the logic. He's like learning how his powers work, so he hops into a driving instructor's car, and he's like, let's have some fun! And it's like, tee-hee-hee, I'm going off ramps and stuff. And then you leave, and the guy driving the car's like, what happened?
You failed, that's what happened.
You also, like, you help these college kids who keep getting into street races.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, oh, we bet all of our tuition money on this race. And he's like, alright, I help these guys out, and then I'll never see them again. And then the next mission with them, it's like, you drove so well last time, I bet the money again! We don't need college! And he's like, oh, you fucking... ah!
Yeah, like, I didn't know... Like, I've never played a driver game.
The San Francisco's very different from the rest of them.
I see. Yeah, like, I didn't know the guy had, like, supernatural powers and shit.
Yeah, that's only San Francisco. As far as the rest of the series goes, it is a bit polarizing. Uh-oh. Nathan?
Yes?
You might get teleported if you're lucky.
I died.
Well, I mean... I'm in a
Hey, I got
cutscene.
teleported.
Yeah, called But I Don't Want to Ride the Elevator, which, boy, that's a fucking ominous name for a chapter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah,
Especially as we're riding an elevator.
yeah. Fucking library, man.
This thing just, like, pops out of nowhere whenever it feels like it. Like it just came out of one of the hole in the wall things. Ah, my shotgun's gone.
You'll get a new one, I'm sure. In fact, this guy has a shotgun. Sticky out. Heh, that was funny to watch.
Well, they get launched.
Yeah, well, they just turned to look at it like, wait, what? And then he got launched.
Hey, should we move? Dead.
What was that he threw? Down here?
Down.
Yeah, it's down here. Me and the shotgun got point.
Okay. I'll take care of any that come behind us. Oh, now I have point, I
Yeah,
guess.
we swapped now. Breach and clear. There's, I told you about Mr. Welch's rules, right?
Fucking maybe. Doesn't ring a bell. Is it like that Tumblr where a guy has a bunch of crazy rules for like D&D?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember that now.
One of them, because I'm thinking of it with the whole I've got point thing, is, the answer to the question when we're in a dungeon crawl of who's got point is not the fireball.
Okay.
Just cast fireball and let that, take
Illuminate
point.
the path.
Everyone follows the fireball.
What is the speed of a fireball usually in D&D?
Well, it depends how you're using it, and by how I mean sort of when. Because, like, every turn is 6 seconds, and the range on a fireball is, like, 60 feet. So, strictly speaking, if you're casting a fireball as your whole turn, then the fireball is getting, a full 60 feet at most in 6 seconds, which is 10 feet a second.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, and if you cast fireball and then do something else your turn, it goes even faster.
Yep.
Funny how that works sometimes.
Yeah, magic. The whole 6 second rule kind of breaks down once magic starts getting involved, but we overlook that in D&D.
Yeah. If you want anything to make any logical sense,
Well, quite.
then that kind of has to be forgotten about.
I'm yeah, I'm very much not a by the rules and numbers player. I'm very much for the fun of it player.
Yeah, wild and loose. Like, I think the first campaign we did is proof of that.
Well, quite. I think our continued campaigns are proof of that.
Yeah, got one behind you. He's a quick boy.
Yep.
Yeah, Coach of Strud, let's sail down the river.
I mean, it worked.
Yeah,
Got where we wanted to go.
yeah. Anybody who's played Curse of Strahd watching this will be like, when the hell would they have sailed?
What river? What? They're all like lakes. It's like, yeah, but they're all connected.
Ah, fuck. I got, like, one of those hive things blew up next to me. It launched me back, and I landed right next to another hive, which then exploded next to me.
Unfortunate. I'm guessing that ended you.
It did.
Whoa! Just all coming out from behind me here. Okay. Oh yeah, point I wanted to make about comparing this to some of the old school shooter levels.
I'm back.
I understand why they would have made that. Halo being very sort of new and experimental, you don't know how successful it's going to be. So they threw in a level like this that harkened back to that, so that, you know, if the game wasn't working so hot, you know, they've got this level where people are like, back to the old school shooters, hey.
Yeah, back to familiarity, basically.
Yeah.
Sorry, I ran back to grab my stuff.
The obvious issue with it being that you still kept the same, you know, shooting mechanics.
Yeah.
So actually, this level.
Designed for...
Yeah, no. If you're gonna commit to a new idea, commit all the way. Don't throw in something like this. You know, that's why this is the weakest level. They threw in something like this just in case, you know, their stuff wasn't working. That's why Thief is generally considered worse than Thief 2, because Thief has a bunch of, you know, you sword fights and you fight zombies and dinosaurs and monsters at one point. Whereas, because they weren't sure if people would go for the stealth gameplay, so they threw in like half the levels are, you know, sort of straight FPS sword combat.
Yeah.
I say FPS, first-person sword combat.
Yeah, first-person sword, FPS.
Well, yeah, it works, I guess. First-person melee, I believe, would be what it is. But, yeah, no, the Thief 2 is generally considered the best of the series because they sort of got what everyone was saying, that they really like this stealth focus, and they just committed to it.
Did you play the Thief that came out a couple of years ago?
I did not. I wasn't a fan of what they were doing to the character, and from what I heard, it seems like, at least from a technical standpoint, I made the right decision because it wasn't a very well-made game to begin with.
What is this back here? Like,
not factoring in the story and characters. It's boring in the old version, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it certainly
Boy,
is.
I'm not gonna lie. If this is what the whole of the library looked like while we went through, this would have kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay now, because at least, you know, it's not boring. This is miserable.
Yeah.
Good job redesigning the library.
Yeah.
I think you should have, you know, changed the gameplay of the library a bit, but, you know, graphically you outdid yourselves there. 343.
This game definitely didn't, like, this game series definitely didn't take off because of its graphical prowess, let's just say that.
Well, no. But it was never trying to be fair.
Yeah. Sure.
Games that try that inevitably fail. That's, you know, The Order 1886 with its, you know,
that game was like
Victorian style.
Short, right?
Well, it wasn't that it was dreadfully short, it's that it sold itself as like Victorian era hunt werewolves. And for a, you know, 10 to 12 hour game, there were 6 werewolves in it.
I see.
And the rest of it was just dudes.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It sold itself on being like the next wave graphically, and it is a nice game to look at, but the problem is there's no substance with the style.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know about the whole, like, werewolves thing, because the main complaint I heard about the game when it first came out was just, it's so short.
Well, the complaint I heard is that, you know, the whole advertising campaign was hunt werewolves in Victorian England, and there's no fucking werewolves in the game. I kind of get what they were doing with it, werewolves. The 6 werewolf encounters, I'm pulling 6 out of my ass, but I think it's, if not that, very close to that. They're all, like, big, built-up special encounters where, you know, you can actually try and convince the werewolves to stand down, and they're this big sort of event. And that can work, but you need more than just general dudes with guns in between those.
Yeah.
It's like, I get that the werewolves are the special encounter that we're all here to see, but, you know, build them up for more than just one mission, and then it's like, well, 4 more missions of killing people, and then you get another werewolf that lasts 1 mission.
Yeah. Like, if it's like slowly, gradually building to the werewolf across those missions, like hunting after it and pursuing it the whole time, then that's okay. I get it. Like,
Yeah,
you're
track its movements or victims or something to learn more about the werewolf. You know, make it an event.
Yeah, but the way you're describing it, it's like it gets sidelined. You do a bunch of other shit, then it comes back to that.
Yep, and it's like, oh, by the way, here's a werewolf.
It's like it sounds like it's not the main focus.
Here's a werewolf if you really want to, I guess. And it's like, yes, that's why I bought the game. I died.
Did you play the game yourself, or did you just watch like a playthrough of it?
I never owned it. A friend of mine at Radford had it, and I tried it out for a bit.
I see.
He was like, yeah, you can keep it if you want. And I'm like, no, take this back. I don't want anything to do with this game. It's like my high school friends when Resident Evil 6 came out.
I always thought Resident Evil 6, like, it's not a good Resident Evil game, but I enjoy the game, overall.
Well. It's a little heavy on the QTEs.
I suppose. I mean, I don't hate QTEs, but I also haven't played the game in a while, so.
I think if you want a good, you know, Resident Evil style co-op shooter, 5 is actually... 5 got a lot of crap when it came out, but I think it's actually better than people gave it credit for.
Yeah.
6, I think, is about as bad as people give it credit for. I'm not a fan of 6.
I'm dead.
I've got my back to a wall here.
One thing I liked about 6 is, like, the different campaigns of, like, the different characters and how they occasionally cross over and stuff.
I mean, that was a good idea, but again, I think it was... could have been handled better. Fuck off.
Annoying about the game is if you try to co-op the Ada Wong campaign. I remember if you don't know if you ever did that, but
Nah, I never got that far.
like since Ada Wong always sort of rolls solo, instead of giving her like some friend that she's working with in that time, the second person is a random guard, and it's pretty much just there as a gun. Like they can't really do anything like to interact with stuff.
So it's a bit like Fear 3's co-op campaign. Fear
really
3 had 2 characters in its campaign. One was named Bishop, who had like psychic powers and he could possess people and fry them from the inside out. The other was a guy named Point Man who could shoot guns.
Yeah.
And yes, his canonical name is Point Man. He was also meant to be one of Alma's children. That was just so lackluster and boring they didn't even give a name to him.
Yeah.
You back yet?
I'm back, yeah. I was
Okay.
looking for my guns, but I can't seem to find them. So.
No.
Oh, they're there.
The Fear games aren't bad, but I think any horror game that goes for co-op is, you have to be real good at it in order to do co-op.
I mean, GTFO does...
GTFO is very good at that, but it's also just because it's so brutally goddamn hard.
Yeah.
The horror does not come from isolated alone with these monsters. It comes from survive with these horrible monsters.
Yeah. Because...
Or survive
like you just
against,
said
rather.
there, like, isolated alone. You're not alone when you get a friend there.
No, yeah. And especially... The problem was a lot of horror games did that after they were, like, a well-established thing.
Yeah.
So, like, Resident Evil 5 did that. Fear 3 did that. Dead Space 3 did that. You know, it's like, this has all been solo up to this point.
Yeah, I guess they started to feel like it was getting stale and they needed to do something fancy to mix it up.
I suppose.
And co-op was pretty popular around that time, I believe.
It's still popular. Nothing better than, you know, playing a game with your friend that you enjoy.
Yeah,
And Fear 3 had some good ideas, or not Fear 3. I think Fear 3 kind of bungled it royally. Dead Space 3 had some really good ideas, where the co-op partner, he is like haunted by the memories of his son and wife he's not able to save. And because one of the whole plot elements of Dead Space is that there's like alien technology fucking with your mind, which is why you can, see the ghost of your girlfriend. He's seeing the ghost of his wife, and like you'll walk into a room, and you, Isaac, will see, like desks and papers and office supplies and shit. What you normally see in a room. Carter, or whatever his name is, will walk in, and he'll see, like, birthday supplies and presents for his son that his son will never get because he died and he failed to protect him.
Fuck.
Yeah, and the game doesn't tell you that the other one sees this. You just kind of have to rely on the other player being like, yo, what's with this room all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Isaac walks into a room and, oh my god, there's like a wedding and it's my girlfriend's parents' heads on sticks, and Carter's there like, hey, it's a bathroom.
Huh. Elevator. Wasn't the title this? I don't want to ride the elevator.
Yep, but we're ditching behind these shitty little hive minds, so I don't mind riding the elevator.
Shitty little hive minds?
4th floor, tools, guns, keys to super weapons.
Okay.
I think every time we hit an elevator, it like changes, like we're on a new map within the same level, I think is the idea.
I see. This is a long level.
It is! We've been going half an hour. And that's not counting, the end of the previous video, which I think was a solid 20 minutes of it.
Yeah.
If not more. I think that's part of the reason the library is also generally considered not one of the better levels. It just keeps going.
Yeah. And I mean, everything looks the fucking same.
Well, again.
I know I said I'd stop harping on that.
Yeah. Everything looks the same. And we're going to keep harping on that as we play the games.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go back and record Reach with you now.
Yeah, we could do that at some point.
I mean, you're playing this and you've played Reach. Which Halo do you prefer?
Reach.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I prefer Reach as well. Not just graphically because, it looks better, but I also felt way more invested in the story and characters,
Same.
Like, we're just kind of, I feel like in this game we're just sort of running around after Keys, cleaning up his messes.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, might be the point where sort of, the ultimate super soldier and he's our boss, so when he fucks up, he calls us in to clean up the mess.
Yeah.
But,
that might just be some jackass's lackey.
Yeah. Which, I mean, we still were in Reach, the fucking, what's her name?
Professor lady.
Yeah. It started with an H, I think. Halligan or something? I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah. We're still her lackeys, but, she's also clearly established as kind of a bitch, whereas I think we're supposed to like Keys.
Yeah.
That, and even if we are her lackeys, we're, like, very reluctantly her lackeys, and we've got a team with us. It's not just the Master Chief bros here.
Yeah.
Like Emil and, Kat,
God rest their soul.
Yeah, well... The only one who was alive was Juno, and,
He was not the one that I was expecting to survive.
Yeah.
He kept on asking me, like, who do you think is gonna die next? And I said June like 3 times.
Yep, you kept expecting June to go down. And it's like, nah, he's the only one who's still alive.
I was real shocked on the cat death.
Yeah, that's just... That one got everyone. Because, like... George, at the very least, his death was... I mean, it was sudden at the end of the level, but it was a noble sacrifice, if you'll forgive the pun, because we're a noble team.
Yeah. I think that pun gets made anytime.
Well, inadvertently, yes. It was an honorable sacrifice, he... And it was also his choice to go down like that. And I mean, most of the deaths, I think, were their choice, ultimately, but... I
mean, Emil probably didn't want to get attacked on the turret, but...
No, and I'm sure Carter would prefer not to fucking drive the Pelican into the goddamn Scarab. If he had the choice. But,
he realized it was...
Well, he was still sacrificing himself. He's like, I'll stay on the gun, you've got Cortana, get out of here. The problem was they got him off the gun.
Yeah, you make a good point.
So yeah, they all, with the exception of Kat, they all made that choice that, this was going to be where we go down.
Even
and that's
level 6.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason Kat was so surprising. It's just bam, dead.
Yeah.
It also set the tone that we probably weren't getting out of this alive.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Rogue One, isn't it? If you ever saw that.
Yeah.
Because it ends as soon as like the first one picks up, which Reach ended as soon as this game picked up.
Yeah.
And everyone died.
Like, I'll be honest, like, Halo Reach came out after Halo 3, right?
Correct. 2 or 3 years after.
Fuck, I died.
I can't. Well, you'll probably respawn pretty quick. I got no one on me.
Whatever, my shotgun was like almost out. Yeah, this is the guy that killed me.
Yeah, Halo Reach came out 2 or 3 years after Halo 3. I can't remember exactly when, but it was around 2011.
Yeah, so it's like, one of the, like, it was a more minor issue, but one of the things that I did have, like, sort of an issue with Rogue One is, like, I completely saw it coming that all these characters were not going to make it out based on the fact that nobody has ever mentioned them. Like,
well,
in any
yes.
of the previous movies, like, they're going to have to tie that up somehow.
Yep.
Like, if I had played Halo 1 through 3, I would have known, like, June is going to be the only survivor, basically, because no one ever mentions these people.
I think June gets brought up in the novels, maybe not in the games.
I thought he appeared in Halo 3 or something, you mentioned.
Maybe in 3. That's the only one where I'm like, I think June might have shown up in 3. Because it is confirmed that he, is, like, in charge of the Spartan program at some point.
Huh.
Or charge of recruiting for the Spartan program, sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, he was a part of the Noble team, and they were, like, one of the first groups to have the Spartan armor, I think.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, I kind of want a, Reach prequel, where we get to, like, hang out with George and see, his backstory.
Yeah.
I guess that...
Cat lost their arm and everything.
Yeah, that might kind of defeat the purpose of it, but I still think it would be nice.
Yeah. It's like a nice happy ending with Noble Team.
Well, I mean, we still would ultimately know in the back. It, like, ends as Noble 6 is showing up.
Yeah.
Deliberately, very little is known about Noble 6. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even think they give him a name. The only things that are confirmed about him was that he was a pilot for Sword Base, which you go to at one point, and he's generally sort of known for being a lone wolf type, which is why the final mission is called Lone Wolf. Those are the only two real things anyone knew about Noble 6 throughout the game. So,
Can we
not...
get back to killing elites and grunts and shit now? So tired of
The longer this goes on, I think the point that it feels more and more like, a Serious Sam or a Duke Nukem level, I think is valid.
Yeah, I definitely am getting that vibe now that like, I've been actually playing through this, like...
Remember when you look down and it's like, how many enemies are in this Serious Sam... Ah, shit, I died. This Serious Sam level, and you were like 183.
Well,
no, sorry, it was like 1,083.
Yeah, like, because I remember... For context, for anybody watching, I used to have a Logitech keyboard that had a little screen on the top of it. Some games interacted with that. Serious Sam did so.
Serious Sam 3, specifically.
Yeah, Serious Sam 3. It would show me, like, how long we've been on a level, how many secrets there were, and how many enemies there were.
Which, of course, it did at the end of the level anyway, but it was still nice to have that information prior, while we were going through the level.
So, like, we're playing through, and I see, like, 183, 200 something.
Oh, this mission has 400. It's like, ooh, nice.
And then we get to the next mission, it's like 1,483 or something like that. It's like, holy shit, what are we dealing with here?
By that point, though, we had like 9 different weapons. One of them's a minigun. I think we had the giant pirate cannon.
Yeah, that's my favorite weapon from all of
yeah, like think about this level and picture if we had a giant pirate cannon as one of our weapons. Suddenly this level's a lot better, isn't it?
Yeah, with how small some of these hallways are, we would just send a cannonball down and it would take out everything in there.
Yep.
It's this room again.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hoped because I didn't look into it at all, but I kind of hoped in the Anniversary Edition they'd have done something to fix the library beyond just not making it look boring as shit.
Yeah, I don't think they really changed much with the gameplay, though.
No, it's pretty much just graphics. Ow.
I saw that. You were running right at me, that just dropped in front of me.
Yeah, I dropped real awkwardly, too. Like, I hit my knees and then bent over. I didn't just ragdoll. But then, you know, physics engines didn't exist, so...
Yeah, I suppose. Fuck.
This game was like 2002, I think. And Half-Life 2 was... It might not have been the first, but it was obviously the one that popularized and was the big one with the physics engine. That was 2004.
Shit, that's
Yep. I knew I had a suspicion you weren't gonna come out of that, you know, nice. I didn't think that would ultimately be what put you down, however.
Yeah. Like, I threw this in and then he just charged. Oh my gosh, shit.
Yep. Oh yeah, looking back at some of the lasso, like, tips. Do you remember that big old courtyard where the two hunters are on the final level?
I think so.
You can just bust out a window and jump through.
That's like the third time you've mentioned that.
Yeah, well. I feel embarrassed that I didn't ever do that when I was playing through and then played through with you. I was like,
Yeah.
Boy, fucking imagine this level on Lasso.
Yeah.
That's not a good time. I think, though, one of the skulls in Halo 1, though, is infinite ammo.
Is it?
Yeah, I think Halo 1 and 2, one of the skulls is infinite ammo. They stopped doing that, though.
Huh. So with that skull, this wouldn't be that bad. Just bring a rocket launcher. They are coming all over you.
Gee, I mean, you want to maybe rephrase that, Nathan? Excuse me. This is a family channel, I'll have you know.
I realized what I said as I said it.
Yeah. Whoa, careful you don't fall into the middle there. That would be ill-advised.
Gotcha.
And it does appear to be a path over there, though. Not this way. Ugh. This level is not made better by fucking Rust Bucket over there humming out, you know, jaunty show tunes.
Yeah. Well, this room definitely went a lot better the second time.
Oh, yeah. I think we're nearly done here. I mean, this looks pretty definitive, eh?
Yeah, it looks pretty finale-esque.
I'll hop into it, why not?
Oh, looks like that's what you needed to do. Or we both just needed to stand on it.
Well, maybe.
On the other.
Yeah, we might come back in and I'll be dead, who knows? Maybe my corpse is laying at the bottom of this elevator shaft.
It'd be funny if it just showed up in the cutscene.
You may now retrieve the index.
Thanks. Can we leave this horrible place now?
So far as Cortana hasn't been chiming in about any of this.
Yeah, you know, I think they do that more in 2 and 3, but Cortana's running commentary would have served to make the game feel a lot less lonely.
High-tech position of the index for transport. Your organic form renders you vulnerable to infection. The index must not fall into the hands of the flood before we reach the control room and activate the installation.
This thing is gonna betray us.
The flood is spreading.
Maybe, but he does make a good point.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anyway, now we've got the index. 2 betrayals. Well, alright, maybe he will betray us, who knows.
That name of this level doesn't inspire confidence.
Part-time 20 minutes. Well, that's nice, because 20 minutes is left in this video.
Means that any organism with sufficient mass and
What was the part-time for the library?
I don't know. But we beat it. Library's done.
Yeah.
something wrong?
No, nothing.
Splendid, shall we?
Keep forgetting he has a voice.
Yeah.
That was a problem
alright.
with... That was a problem... I think it is Steve Blum. But that was a problem with Noble 6 as well. People forget the Halo protagonists actually have voices.
Yeah.
Protocol does not allow units with my classification to perform a task as important as the reunification of the index with the core.
Well, then give it to me.
Reserved for you, Reclaimer.
Reclaimer.
We went like 5 feet. Why did you need to hold on to that?
To be fair, we might have gone a while in a loading screen.
I see.
Still, though, it does seem a bit silly that's like, I have to hold it. Well, see ya. Whew, we're here now.
Oh, there she is.
And she's sassing.
I spent the last 12 hours cooped up in here watching you toady about, helping that thing get set to slit our throats.
Hold on now. He's a friend.
Oh, I didn't realize. He's your pal, is he? Your chum? Do you have any idea what that bastard almost made you do?
Yes. Activate Halo's defenses and destroy the flood.
Chief, clearly something's up.
You mean this?
A construct in the core? That is absolutely unacceptable.
We might have plugged Cortana into something and then left.
I shall purge you at once.
You sure that's a good idea?
How dare you? Oh,
Do what? I have the index. You can just float and sputter.
Enough. The flood is spreading. If we activate Halo's defenses, we can wipe them out.
You have no idea how this ring works, do you? Why the Forerunners built it? Halo doesn't kill Flood. It kills their food. Humans, Covenant, whatever. We're all equally edible. The only way to stop the Flood is to starve them to death. And that's exactly what Halo is designed to do. Wipe the galaxy clean of all sentient life. You don't believe me? Ask him.
Is it true?
more or less. Technically, this installation...
Well, at least he's honest about it.
...a radius of 25,000 light years. But once the others follow suit, this galaxy will be quite devoid of life. Or at least any life with sufficient biomass to sustain the flood. You already knew that. I mean, how couldn't you?
Left out that little detail, did he?
We have followed outbreak containment procedure to the letter. You will let me each step of the way as we manage this crisis.
Chief, I'm picking up movement.
Why would you hesitate to do what you have already done?
Why don't we just nuke the planet?
Now.
Last time you asked me, if it were my choice, would I do it? Having had considerable time to ponder this question, my answer has not changed. There is no choice. We must activate the ring.
Get us out of here.
If you are unwilling to help, I will simply find another. Still, I must have the index. Give your construct to me, or I will be forced to take her from you.
That's not going to happen.
So be it. Save his head. Dispose of the rest.
Why save his head?
Because that's where Cortana is located.
Oh, solid plasma pistol.
Shotgun.
Why start us on the plasma pistol, though, eh?
Maybe these things can be EMP'd if we hit them with it.
Maybe.
I'll give it a try. Yep.
The gun
Gun
pointed
pointed
at the
at-
head of the universe.
So now we're going through the library, but we're having to fight both the Flood and these Sentinel things.
Well, I think we...
According to my
A lot of the
analysis
flood's
the
gone
red
at this
data,
point.
I believe the best course of action is somewhat risky. An explosion
Yep.
of sufficient
There's,
size will destabilize
there's
the
grunts.
system and will cut through a number of primary systems.
Never thought I'd be happy to see them.
Trigger a detonation from a large
Oh, come on. Grunts are always fun.
Starship's
I
fusion
suppose.
reactor is going
They're so much fun. There's a skull that makes their heads explode in confetti.
I'm going to search what's left of the Covenant
And deletes.
battle and see if I can locate the Pillar of Autumn's crash site. If the ship's
Oh, we'll take that plasma rifle.
Ow.
intact,
Not used to them being good.
or Halo.
I seem to recall, hey, I got my fucking, if you die, you get a sweet assault rifle out of the deal.
Nice.
I seem to recall someone saying elites on Lasso or how elites should be, like, feared and treated in, like,
Yeah.
the normal game. Yeah. Hard to remember what I have and haven't mentioned. This is familiar. I think we're on that snow base.
Yeah, that's what the loading screen looked like.
Yeah, based on the loading screen and these hallways. Yep, here we are. We're back here.
How'd we get here?
Fucking Wheatley McWheatleson,
I haven't located the crash
teleported
site.
us.
We need to buy
Oh, I
some
thought that
time in
marker
case the
there, I thought
monitor
that,
or
like,
the Sentinel
That was a
That's
countdown or
the
something? Yeah.
Halo's final
Yeah.
weapon without the index.
And I was moving towards it, so I'm like, that is moving quickly.
Machinery in these canyons are Halo's primary firing mechanisms. They consist of 3 phase pulse generators that amplify Halo's signal and allow it to fire deep into space.
Stealth.
The power levels are enormous.
Thank goodness.
Can't even begin to
Oh
calculate
god.
the forces
They did that. There's nothing up here, just a sniper rifle bullshit
So,
again.
if we damage or destroy these generators, the monitor will need to repair them before Halo can be used. That should buy us some time. I'm marking the location of the nearest pulse generator with a nav point. We need to move in and neutralize the device.
So we're destroying generators so they can't activate the weapons, basically.
Yep.
I mean, don't they need the index, which we have anyways?
Yeah. But I mean, you know, might as well stop them before they, you know, just make another index. Which I think they can do, but it takes like an inordinate amount of time.
I see. That makes more sense then. I didn't realize, like, I thought it was a one-of-a-kind thing.
You know what? Fuck these hallways. Whee! There's Flood out here and a rocket launcher if you want him.
I don't want the flood, I'll take the
Well,
rocket
there's
launcher.
Flood corpses and a grenade launcher down here.
I see.
Hello. You went down the stairs. I just slid down the side of the building.
I slid down the side of the building on that side.
Reach the pulse generator in time.
Commandeer Banshee. You don't have to tell me twice.
Is that
Good.
our objective?
Yep, she said commandeer a Banshee to reach the pulse generator.
That's a gold elite. It is gone.
Thank you for the fucking excellent breaking news bulletins there, Nathan.
No problem. Glad I could help. I was wanting to shoot a rocket at him, but you were too close.
Yeah, that's fair.
Man, I'm glad there's shotguns in this game now.
Yeah.
Shotgun range.
Came in at an appropriate time.
Yeah, they did.
Up, got two. Whoa!
And
Careful,
a
there's a wraith. But yeah, we got two phantoms here, or banshees rather.
Ah,
All right, that's how it happens. Did you get blowed up?
yeah, I did.
Right, that's how we lift into the air.
So, could you land back by that other banshee? I blew up the wraith.
Oh, okay. As long as the wraith's blowed up, I suppose. Woo! Ow!
Many enemies nearby.
It's too many. You mean this one right here? Yep.
Yep, apparently. Yeah, like, I had the rocket launcher still, so I'm like, oh, I'll take this thing out so it doesn't shoot me out of the air when I'm trying to take off.
Oh, oh, oh. Sorry.
You just hit me.
Yeah, I gave you a little up. If you watch back, boy, there's a lot of you corpses here.
Yeah.
If
I went to go get my stuff before I jumped in the banshee, and it's like, oh,
Nathan,
well.
you are
Oh my.
the slightest tap from a vehicle. I was trying to say you're playing a dangerous game here. It's like, stop running so close to me. What are you doing? One of those was on me. The other one was entirely your fault.
I was looking down because I was trying to spot my weapons. I don't really mind the look of the Banshee in old graphics.
That's alright.
Is A like an air brake? Yeah, seems good.
I don't know what the controller controls are.
Ah, that was the wrong button. Well, I'm a fool.
What'd you do? Oh,
Got out of
did
it.
you get out of it? Oh, Nathan. Well, you'll spawn on me, no doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there you are. I'm sure you survived the fall, no problem.
I didn't even hit the ground before I died.
Ah, well, there you go. I'm a hero.
The Semper core is a signal.
We need to shut it down. I just come around the corner and you're beating it with the butt of your gun. It's like, I think it's a bit more sophisticated than that, Nathan. Yeah, in Reach we just chuck grenades into it. I mean, maybe that'll work, who knows?
I don't have any grenades.
Stick you in.
Ah.
Doesn't look like it. Look for like a computer screen or a door
Yeah,
or
looking
something.
for like a hollow panel or something like that.
I think this is the door. Yeah, we came in from here.
Yeah, one of those like little blue and orange floating panels.
Do we...
I meleeed it again.
And now it's breaking? Well,
Yep.
alright. Spoke a bit too soon. It isn't more complicated than that. Ah, sentinels!
Well done.
Oh god, the sentinels, get out! We gotta boogie, we gotta move, we gotta squiggle.
Sure wish I could sprint.
Oh, hey, I teleported you. Even better. Breaking stuff to look tough.
Hey, my banshee's up here.
No, it isn't. Oh, hey, it is. Look at that. There's 3 banshees up here.
Mark the target with a nav point when we get
Is there? Oh, so there is.
She just said I'll
I
mark
sure-
the target with a nav point when we get close. And it's like, could you do that? Up there
Before
it
we
is,
get
down there.
close?
There it is, there it is.
Is there a booster button for this thing?
I was gonna say shift, but...
Yeah, I realize that. But that at least lets me know there is a button for it somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's why I said shift? Like a question?
Yeah, that's like when I accidentally hit the button to get out of it. I was looking for a button that made me go faster.
Shouldn't the Covenant be on our side for this one?
I mean, they aren't gonna like us either way.
Well, yes, but... Common enemy and whatnot.
Yeah.
Plasma out.
We're the one that kind of, like, not us again, but the humans are the one that caused this whole issue.
Yeah, I could see being bitter about it, but now they should have, like, smug superiority. It's like, oh, gee, now do you get what we were doing? Ow. Besides, we're on their side in Halo 5.
Oh yeah. I heard you go, ow, are you dead?
Yeah, I'm dead. Harbinger, or whatever his name is like, hey, no more fighting humans. Because he's, you know, the
Oh,
chief...
okay.
Whoa! He's the chief dude. They all listen to him. Alright, you got it, buddy. No more humans.
So he's the
Whoa!
mind that's controlling the Covenant?
Harbinger? Yeah, well, not really hive mind, per se. More just big man on campus.
I see. So I believe you mentioned prior that the Covenant are like a hive mind, but that may have been the Flood you mentioned.
Yeah, I think the Flood are a hive mind. Looking at you, what is it? Grave mind.
What the fuck?
You got teleported.
Yeah. I was in the milk. You teleported me out of combat to a dead end.
Well, there's arrows pointing this way. Give me a break.
I know. It's just annoying.
Yeah. Fucking grave mind, Mr. I am a monument to your sins. That terrifying thing.
No, I can't even remember where it's fighting dudes at.
Yeah. I was gonna say, where's this combat? Sounds like, you know, it'd be fun there.
That's where you teleported me.
Yeah, the doorway with the arrows, so it's probably in the middle somewhere?
I went through a hallway to get there. This way, down here.
Okay. This way down where?
Over here. Look for the arrow.
Okay. That's the opposite of where we're going,
Yeah, well.
according to these arrows.
Yeah, there were
On the
enemies
floor, I
down
mean.
this way, so-
Yeah, it makes sense. Would they all
It's
die?
okay.
They die of boredom.
Hey, that or I killed them or they fucked off.
Goddamn exposure hit them.
Oh, I think I figured out what got them.
Oh, good. Plasma out. Oh, God.
Sorry, he was chock full of needles.
I'm gonna hang back a second.
Okay. I will take that shotgun gladly.
Elites again. So yes, that's the big reveal. There's plasma near you. About the halos. They're giant weapons to kill everything.
So there's multiple halos.
Well, yes. As the little floaty ball thing said, this one will only kill everything about 25,000 light years in radius, but when the others fire up,
I missed that part. Again, kind of ignoring the direction of the arrows, but it seems like the way to go.
Yep.
I remember we had to cross a bridge like this in one of the previous levels, and it was a real pain in the ass.
I think we are, like, going through a previous map here. Nothing like shooting a dude who's jumping at you so that they're dead by the time they land.
Yeah. That is always an amusing sight. I teleported again.
I was going to say I made it across the bridge. You might get teleported here.
Oh, there's a lot of flood.
Whoa! Plasma out downstairs. I think
Appreciate
it might have killed me. I'm back. A swig of water for old Token.
Shit. Yeah, you just booking it?
I mean, I think you're kind of expected to.
Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Whoa! I got blown up in that chaos.
Ow!
About the rocket launcher, it would seem.
Turns out one of them still had a rocket.
Oh shit! There's a plasminate on the ground right there.
Oh. Probably should have called plasma out like I did last time then. Because I ran in and ow, and just did the same thing.
I died too.
We might call it here. Start up again, and we'll start the recording from this spot. Because right now all we've done is shut down one of the 3 generators.
Oh, okay.
And it's, we're at the hour mark, and I don't want to, have to roll over into a 3rd video of this.
Okay.
Anyway. Outro.